from that video that's circulating of him dancing at what looks like a reception. I don't know if it's his reception. It looked like he probably ain't ever had no black pussy.
Safe to assume.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Safe to assume.
Say it.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
All right, so everybody was talking about Travis Hunter marrying the woman that the world told him to stay away from. He got his contract, he married her, and he bought her a $500,000 Benz wagon, G-Wagon, for her wedding gift. Let's see what the Pie Father had to say about this. Like the video and subscribe. Let's get it.
So, another big thing, big marriage.
Big marriage.
An announcement?
Love is in the air.
Yes, something's in the air. Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter married his high school sweetheart.
His high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
At least college sweetheart.
I mean, when you're like 20, it just feels the same. High school sweetheart.
I didn't even call it that, but
Travis Hunter is the second pick from this recent NFL draft. He went to the Jaguars. I want to say.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
He went to Colorado. You know, explain to my parents.
Yeah, he's a star. He's a star player on both offense and defense, which is extraordinarily rare.
Who came under fire because after a lot of his big moments, his girlfriend seemingly made it about her. At least that was the internet's interpretation of her behavior. So the fact that they're married now is a conversation, I guess.
How do you feel about that, Joe Budden?
Not just that they married, that they got married with no prenup.
And they posted no prenup on the pictures.
Before the prenup part, though, I'm just saying, because, like, you know, when we first talked about this 5 months ago, you said, see if she'll be around in a year. He married her, which was my prediction, that she was there for the long haul.
That doesn't negate mine.
It doesn't. I'm not saying you're wrong.
But we don't know the haul of what, though?
the long haul
of justice?
Bank truck.
Right. You all brinks. No, I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, does this change in your estimate or your prediction at all?
No.
No, you still,
So you think 5-6 months it's going to be over?
I mean, I'm not, listen, I love, so I don't want to put death dates on people's
relationship.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You wish the best.
I mean, no, I don't necessarily wish the best. I don't know them. I don't give a fuck about them. But
God damn. I love.
Fuck them niggas. I don't know them like that.
But how do we feel about the no prenup thing?
How do we know about the no prenup thing?
They
told it.
Oh, okay.
Is it official? Because I know it was like a rumor, it was alleged. I don't know if they said like we didn't sign a prenup. That's a weird thing to announce, right?
Yeah, it's super
Marry my
weird.
girl.
Not
We didn't sign no prenup.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Not in the clout chasing world, it's not.
Yeah, I was about to say. And
in the world we live in, where everybody, that's gonna be the question. I wonder, don't know. Let me put that out there. They're gonna go run crazy with it. That's the world we live in.
That's
today.
possible that they did that to try to deflect away from all the negative attention she had received earlier last year.
she got that nigga wrapped around her finger.
Could they have just posted that as a joke?
Yes.
Okay.
That's possible too.
For the same reasons they just said, for attention.
Right.
Oh, attention.
I mean,
Conversation still don't change.
it don't change.
Okay.
I mean, I'm okay with no prenup. And I don't think it's an issue.
But you're 40-something years old. Do you think that your 20-something-year-old self would have said the same thing?
I mean, to be honest, I think I have more of an argument now for signing a prenup than I did at 20.
It goes farther than that.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Your 20-something-year-old self that just walked into a potential financial windfall.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, you weren't
Mark
20-something.
was still struggling.
I know.
Homeless. I was like,
He was
what
homeless.
I'm prenupping for this fucking
But you're 20 years. But you're 20.
He had a prenup with the coat, nigga.
Right.
He had a coat nub.
What we splitting?
Your 20-year-old mentality, your 20-something-year-old mentality
I never was a
with,
prenup
with
person.
his same circumstances.
I mean, I've never
Travis's.
been a prenup person. I mean, I'll say this. I think there's nothing wrong with signing a prenup. And I think paperwork and contracts, as uncomfortable as they are, prevent problems later. And I say that in business too, right? Signing contracts, no matter how uncomfortable they are, prevents fallout later. So I have no problem with people who sign prenup. I don't think it's wrong to do. I personally had no desire to do it.
Is it just prenup, or would you do that in like a business deal too, with no paperwork?
No, in the business deal, I would absolutely. I believe in paperwork in general. I mean, there's times where I haven't done it, it's always come back to bite me. Every time I haven't signed paperwork, it's come back to bite me.
So I'm curious if you feel, because marriage is basically a business, business arrangement. So why would you be so cool with no prenup for marriage?
I can't say that I would be cool with a prenup under any marital circumstance. But in my particular circumstance, I felt good with it. I felt comfortable with it. But again, I don't think I'm right and other people are wrong. Again, everybody should do it.
It's a case by case basis.
Yeah, it's a case by case basis. I felt comfortable. I felt comfortable with a couple of things to make it real short. My wife and I.
Can you push that mic closer to you?
What's that?
Can you push that mic?
Oh yeah. Sorry. My wife and I have been together on and off for a long stretch of time.
Okay.
And I felt like a lot of the moves that I made were based on her wisdom and her advice. I felt like a lot of the success I had was based on things that she told me. So I felt like there was a way that I felt like she was entitled to some of the stuff that I had. So, and I knew that whatever we had after we got together, she deserved. So for me, in my case, a prenup.
She was already contributed to.
Yeah, I felt like she earned it. So for my case, it didn't make sense to me.
Gotcha.
But again, everybody's situation is different. If I were Elon Musk marrying somebody tomorrow, I'm not going to say I'd feel the same way because I wouldn't.
Got it.
You know what I mean? I don't think that anybody who marries Elon Musk deserves. And not, again, you know how I feel about billionaires, but just in as a matter of ethics and logic, I don't think anybody deserves half of it just by virtue of getting married. I want that money to go to poor people, not to fucking the woman he married to get half of it.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Oh, she was poor.
Mark, let me ask you a question. God forbid, you and your wife don't work out, you get divorced, and later on you go to get remarried. Would you prenup that? Because now you already got all this, and that person didn't help you get any of it.
That's one of them counterfactual hypotheticals. If me and my wife don't work out, you ain't never seeing me get married again. I'm gonna be, you gonna see me in the worst of places.
Got it.
Put it like this: you gonna see me and Imani out a lot. you gonna see. We gonna be taking selfies and shit. We gonna be on Instagram. We gonna be in the wildest of places, nigga. That's a non-factor.
Gotcha.
That's an interesting choice that he made, though. And I'm surprised that his family, if it's true, because they could be trolling, I'm surprised his family allowed that to happen.
They grown.
I know.
Can't disallow it.
They can't, but I'm sure that they could, levy a lot of pressure.
And
that
we
makes
don't know
it
that they
worse
have it.
Everybody's family is different.
And not just that, we don't know that they have it. We don't know that they not feeling none of this. There's instances where they go... two go off and get married under whatever circumstances, and the family don't like that shit.
Or people be rebelling on purpose.
You know his mom said something. Yeah, I mean, his mom is heavily involved in his career. She knows.
Is that, you know that to be true? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, his mother is.
He know everything, nigga. He the doctor.
Yeah, she's involved, and
he offered to marry them.
Nigga.
Don't think I wouldn't. Very small fee.
From that video that's circulating of him dancing at what looks like a reception. I don't know if it's his reception. It looked like he probably ain't ever had no black pussy.
Safe to assume.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Safe to assume.
Say it.
Where you from?
I have no idea. I don't know nothing about Travis Hunter outside of what Deion Sanders told me. But I know when it looked like a nigga ain't never had no black pussy.
That's the setup to lose everything.
And that's what Jaden Daniels' moms is sitting there saying will not be happening to her son.
Yeah. She just goes overboard.
To who?
Us, the streets.
She looking at it as, if I don't go overboard, we get that.
He might sunk. Yeah.
So I'm just curious. Oh, first, let me ask you, Mel, because you're in an interesting situation. You're in an interesting position as the only woman on the set, right? How do you feel about the prenup? How do you feel about the prenup? Like, would you have entered any potential marriage that you considered? Would you have done it with a prenup, without a prenup?
I would want a prenup, yes. But that's just at this stage of my life.
You would want one?
Yes.
On whose behalf?
On both of our behalfs.
Why?
Gotcha.
You don't take your Gracie Award.
Nigga, I got
this mac and cheese and Gracie.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Exactly. Keep motherfucking playing with me. I got assets, bitch. Okay.
Watch your mouth, nigga. Watch your mouth, nigga. Watch your mouth.
Cut Daisy in half.
Hey, yo, nah, I ain't gonna let y'all do that, dog. I ain't gonna let y'all do that. I got you, man.
Shitty.
Yo, what the fuck? Hey, hold on. What's wrong with y'all niggas picking on Mel like that?
We got your back, nigga. What's wrong with y'all?
She got the bookshelf, nigga. Watch your fucking mouth.
She got the mac and cheese recipe.
The catcher in the rye.
Who gets this TV?
She got asses, nigga.
27-inch. The Zenith.
I got you, bro.
He grew up in West Palm.
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh yeah.
All right, Mark. All right, easy.
That was one of Mark's better jokes.
What's that?
Funny.
Yeah.
That Joe's assessment is probably very correct.
So all white girls.
Yeah.
Mark was savage.
Yeah.
Like, who gets the king man?
Hey, they're collector's fucking items, okay? They are collector's items right now.
Smooth magazine.
Collector's item. Collector's item. At this stage of my life,
Let's go.
I would want a prenup.
Assets.
No. Listen, for him, I love the fact, if this is in fact true, that he is that in love with his girl. I love that. I love that for him.
I don't think the prenup
I think
necessarily has to
that's a
dictate
bad reason.
how much you love or don't love
Yes, I
someone.
do. Yes, I do. I'm thinking like I'm trying to think like a very, very young person and how much we idealize love. You know what I'm saying? It's different at this age where we have life experience and shit like that,
Yeah,
jaded
there
and
you go.
cynicism and all that shit. We really idealize love and we look at our partner as forever and oh my God, you know, like I love that for him. If it's a hard lesson for him to learn in the future, we don't know. We don't know. But I love the fact that he idealizes love so much and feels that level of connection with his partner that he feels like this is forever. I think that's very sweet.
And I think that's a bad reason. I think
It's a terrible fucking reason.
I think
It's a
love is not a good
terrible
reason.
fucking reason. But it is the fact.
Yeah, I think congrats to them on their marriage. I think it's a smart move for a young man about to move into a bunch of money to get married and stay out of some potential pitfalls that we see other people fall into.
True.
Yeah,
that's
I think we should be looking at the positive things about this shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going with the positive.
And you better make it work too, because black women will have their "I told you so" moment in the event that it doesn't.
What's his girl's?
They're gonna have their moment. Black girls don't care. It'd be a story. White guy got killed by his white girlfriend at the house. Black girls be like, "Told you."
That's what you get for fucking with the white.
Hey, yo, speaking of that.
Well.
Did you hear about
Black girls don't give a fuck. He died, y'all.
the white girl that killed her black boyfriend? She's not
She got
charged.
off.
She got off.
She got off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And black lady was like, "See, that's what happened when you keep going vanilla ice cream."
That's the part you don't factor in with all that
and
jungle
milk.
fever shit.
Yeah.
Your wife could take the argument places you can't.
She would take it further.
Take it further.
Congratulations to
Yeah.
Travis.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the happy couple.
That part.
And his wife. I don't see a long road, but
Shout out to prenup Mel. I'm down with you, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mel said I got assets. Go ahead, Mel.
Talk your shit.
I do.
You know, Mel old enough to have some in that savings now.
That's true.
She got the 201k, not the 8k. She got some old shit.
You know,
nigga.
Mel got something.
She got some old shit.
And somebody might have left her a little something.
Hey.
All right, now look, I said this from the beginning. It's a lot of temptation in these professional leagues. A lot of girls hanging around. A lot of ways a young man can get himself into trouble. I'm going to give y'all a couple of scenarios or just an option. Would you rather Travis Hunter get in trouble with some female and ruin his whole career, or have a messy divorce with this girl and just end up paying a little bit of money and going on about his, going on with the rest of his life and his career intact? I think I'm taking the latter. Okay, the young boy is in love. Okay, he a nerd. Okay. Maybe she didn't sign a prenup, which I think they're trolling in those pictures, but let's just say it's true. I feel like there are worse things in the world. How this whole thing went viral and all of these grown men being so heavily invested in this young man's relationship, to me it was very sad. And it showed me a lot of grown dudes ain't got nothing better to do with their time. It's not your money. This is America. Don't tell me what to do with my money. Don't tell me how to spend it. Don't tell me how to protect it. Don't tell me none of that. If that's Travis Hunter's prerogative, that's his choice. It's his money. He worked hard. Y'all wasn't in the I can't say gym because you know Drake said you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Y'all wasn't on the football field with him. Y'all wasn't running up and down them bleachers and doing all the work he had to do to become as good as he became to get into the National Football League. Let him do what he want to do. What about all of the dudes who are a lot older than him? Y'all need to have that conversation. Shannon Sharp's situation hadn't came up yet. But I can understand the conversation when it comes to Shannon Sharp and his situation more than I can understand a whole bunch of grown people trying to tell a young man what to do with his little girlfriend. Stop it. Focus on the grown people who should know better, who making crazy decisions. And the Shannon Sharp stuff is kind of blowing over. We'll see what happens. But it's a lot of men who get caught up like that every day. I think that's more of an issue than what we see with Travis Hunter. At least Travis Hunter has the excuse of being young and inexperienced. It's a lot of people who should know better who fall for these type of mistakes and end up giving and paying all of this money because they got into a relationship with somebody they shouldn't have. Or they played the game in a way they shouldn't have played it. And a lot of the stuff y'all was bringing up, these is two kids who don't know nothing about social media. She going live, getting caught up in her words and all this other stuff. Bro, it was easy to take anything that came out of that girl's mouth and say she's against him. Anybody could have twisted that up and that fitted y'all narrative and y'all ran with it. Y'all don't know nothing about this girl. Everything she said, y'all took out of context and y'all let it fit y'all old, hurt, miserable narratives. Oh, because my girl, she did the same thing. And my man's girl, she did that. And the girl down the street, she did that. And the girl who was on the documentary, she did that. Half of y'all ain't even got no money. And y'all talking about this young man's money. Why don't you go get you some money first and then worry about the next man's money? That's the sad part. A whole bunch of grown men who couldn't stand next to Travis's girlfriend, yet alone him financially, but y'all got an opinion. Let's keep it real. Let me know what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.